we was talking about the sets, and you were telling me, I think it was season 3, you had to build a really big set.
Right. So Dallas, the creator, so James and I started to develop some drawings for a permanent set, a set that would survive and that fans could come back and visit after
really
we're all
cool.
done. There was going to be a whole educational concept to it, which still could happen. It's a matter of working with the camp. We have Camp Hoblitzel there, amazing place. It's a 1,000-acre camp that they have underprivileged children coming there, and they've got great camps for them. They've got music camps. We're going to do a film camp. This will be our 3rd year. I'm involved with that. And I'm helping direct the film portion of it. And we've got BJ Foreman, awesome. He's our art coordinator in the art department for The Chosen, but he's also a stage manager in Broadway. And he's putting on a nationwide tour of Little Women right now, but he'll be back down to The Chosen soon. But he helps coordinate all this stuff as well. And initially, we were asked to put together a permanent build. And then we put together some options where we could build this on the property. Keep in mind, we're already in process of building a soundstage and outbuildings to work with The Chosen, just for The Chosen. Mm-hmm. So The Chosen's creating their own studio now too. So they're creating a studio simultaneously while we're building a city and filming simultaneously. So we've got multiple people. We're spread all over the place. But great things are happening, you know? And so we got to a point where we had a couple options for the city, and we flew to LA to talk to Dallas, and Dallas is like, okay, well, I like it, but let's go bigger, you know? And so we came back, redesigned again. So I think this was like the 4th redesign in a month. And then they accepted the next version, which was a fuller scale city.
I was going to say, how often does that happen? You get told to go bigger. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't happen that often. So you got to love it when it does, right? So, yeah, we had the opportunity to go bigger, and we did. We were limited by the space in which we could create because there was a fort that was on the property at Camp Hoblitzel, Fort Tejas. And we tore that down and built in the same footprint area. That was where we agreed upon. It's right on the edge of a little lake, and it's beautiful right there. And I think I've got some aerial imagery that I can.
Oh, yeah, we're going to overlay that for sure.
Okay. There's links you can get from The Chosen. They've done, if you go to The Chosen YouTube channel and the fan page is there, they've got tons of video of,
all of this
sets and
all of this will be in the links for anyone listening or watching. I'll put all of that in the description so they can go check it out.
Okay, perfect. And then they even have like a fly through of like our soundstage and everything. So, I mean, during the process of like developing this, I had to do renderings and everything. I had to sell this, So James and I are sitting there giving presentations to all the stakeholders. This is what's going to happen. This is how big it's going to be. This is the future uses that we're going to be able to use. This is how many sets we've built into it. We've got one side of the road looks this way. The other side of the road looks this way. There's educational elements in there. We had a butcher. We had a granary, like a Roman granary. There was a baker in there, so we had the oven and everything, really cool looking. Let's see, some of the other ones we had, just straight up markets and all the vendors, and we had a blacksmith and really accurate things too, so that as you go back through there, you can really see, what the life of Jesus was like. And we had to make the different areas. So we had to make the kind of the impoverished Jewish area, and we had to make the Roman barracks and where the soldiers would be, and the kind of the Roman side of town and everything. So we built all of that, and we did it in a very short period of time. So once it was approved, we got it I had to get an architect as well, because we had to get code and drawings and everything done. And we broke ground in February, and we completed a $14 million city roughly by July.
The set cost $14 million.
Roughly, I'm guessing at some prices,
That's
but
incredible.
it's somewhat of a herd. But yeah, it's beautiful, and it's got a lot of potential use.
It's
anybody
an asset
can go
to production,
yeah,
right?
and anybody can go shoot there. Eventually when Chosen's done with it and everything. So. But it's beautiful, and it's on Camp Hoblitzell. Like I said, and my dear friends there, Casey Bilberry is a great friend, and we have great conversations. And he is the one that's also helping put this film camp on.